We all know that one clingy guy, either personally or we've seen him in a club. And let me tell you, it is the most unattractive thing and cringy thing I've ever seen in my life. It's just nasty. No one likes it. The person that's being clingy doesn't even like it. They feel like they have to show the girl that, yeah, you know, I'm here. And what your body does is it tells you to do all the wrong things. It tells you to go up to her, never let her out your side. Oh, I really like her, blah, 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 blah. It's the wrong things to do. And that's a clingy guy mentality. And more times, you end up wasting more time than I did trying to find the last power cell in Jak and Daxter.
It looks like it will only open if we fill all 100 holes with power cells.
Bitch, what?
And it's not a nice feeling because then you feel like you've just wasted your time unnecessarily. You've got nothing out of it. But the smart guys will have got the lesson out of it to never do it again. Find ways around it. And just the clingy guy mentality, it just shows low self-respect, low self-esteem. You put the girl on a pedestal. Bro, she's just human. Like, she's just like me and you. She's made up of the same things as me and you. Well, for the most part. So you're implying that she's better than you. She's not better than you. And you look like a bitch. And no one wants to look like a bitch. You don't want to look like a bitch. I don't want you to look like a bitch, so don't be a bitch. Stop it. You might be out with a group of friends and you see this one guy that's just trying to get this girl for the entire night and never leaves her side. Ladies, I know this pisses you off because I've actually gone up, you know, to a girl. I wasn't really attracted to her, but I saw this happening. And I asked her, I was just like, are you two a thing? And she was just like, no, he's really beginning to piss me off now. I'm evil, I laughed. Yes, I don't care, I laughed. It was hilarious. But quick story, I actually work in a bar, and when you work in a bar, you see a lot of crazy things. One day, which is not that long ago, I was refreshing, you know, the supplies at the back of the bar, so that required me to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And as I was doing that, I saw this guy and this girl, and let me tell you something, this girl was
spicy meat.
She was up there, oh my gosh.
Yeah, boy.
I was like, okay, so maybe, you know, in my head, I'm thinking, okay, cool, so they're a couple because, you know, they've been segregated. They're in this little kind of strip. There's no one else here, so I'm assuming they're a couple. Never assume that. Always ask. So this is what I done. I was talking for a while, and then after a while, this is what really like sealed the deal for me. She kind of turned to him, and she went to go and kiss him, and he kind of turned away like, no. So in my head, I'm just like, okay, but something didn't feel right. So I said, you know what, let me go up to him. So I went up to him, I was like, bro, you two a thing? This is what the guy said to me. He was like, yeah, man, yeah. Come on, man, this is my girl, man, this is my girl, yeah. You know, we doing a thing and that. But he's like, but of course, you can dance with her and everything. Like, I don't care, I don't mind, you can go and dance with her.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
So in my head, and correct me if I'm wrong, if you have a girl and you see a guy coming, why the hell would you want him to dance with your girl? And I'm not talking about any old dancing, we're talking about grinding, bump and grind, R. Kelly style. I wouldn't want that. So in my head, I'm just like, something doesn't add up. So I was just like, you know what, bro, like, if that's your girl, I'm not gonna do that. You know, I respect you, because if that's your girl, I ain't gonna go up to your girl and go and dance with her. That's not how I roll. So I was like, no, man, it's cool. I'm like, alright, cool. If you want me to dance with her that bad, when I come back, we can all dance, innit? I'm not just gonna dance with her because that's kind of bad, man, she's your girl. After about an hour, I come back, and every time I pass, I realize just her trying to get my attention. It's like,
give me your attention, baby. I gotta tell you a little something about yourself.
She just always kept me to dance. So naturally, I think he was like around, but what he would do, I realized, is he was talking to other girls, he was talking to other guys as well, but he just kept looking over. He kept looking over at me. So I'm just like, what's going on? So I needed to settle a score. I went up to her and I said, are you in that Indian guy thing? And she was just like, no. When someone does this, you know shit's real, like, no affiliation. But in my mind, I was just like, but wait, you went to go, obviously I didn't say this to her, but in my mind, I'm just like, but you went to go and kiss him. Okay, so you just like him. Fair enough. So I'm just like, wait, hold on, he lied to me then. He lied to me and said that's his girl. Now you wouldn't do that if you're either A, insecure, or B, intimidated by me. You wouldn't have to do that. Because a confident person would be like, you know, she's not my girl, man. Just do your thing. And that's just a confident person. But he was not confident. He clearly felt intimidated by me. After he said, no, you can dance, I think he realized that he fucked up. But cut a long story short, but after he saw me starting to get a bit more comfortable with her every time I would pass, you know, I'll talk to her, kind of move away, you know, kind of talk to other customers because that's my job, and I just like talking to people. So after a while, I said, what's your name? She was like, my name is Emily. She had a very strong Portuguese accent, and I can tell it wasn't Spanish. I don't know, there's something in my brain that kind of differentiate, but I never like to assume. So I asked, I was like, where are you from exactly? After telling her my name, I said, where are you from? You've got a really interesting accent. And she said, I'll give you 2 guesses. Now, this is when I was just like, you know what, let's go over here because it's more quiet over here. We can start, you know, talking normally. So, you know, I get her hand. She willingly grabs into my hand. I'm, you know, pulling her through the crowd. And next thing I know, I feel her pull away. So I'm just like, whoa. So I look back. I see the Indian brother with his brethren, and they're just like, I actually couldn't believe what happened. I went up to him, I was like, bro, what are you doing? And he's like, come on, man, I'm trying to do my thing. I'm just like, but you told me that was your girl, so you lied to me. Why would you lie to me for? Dude, she's fair game. She's her own girl. Let her decide. You know what I mean? If she wants to do a thing with you, let her do a thing with you. I'm just talking to her. And I would appreciate it if you didn't pull her away when I was talking to her. But, you know what I mean? I didn't have much time to argue with him, so I kept doing my job. And after a while, I would say just an hour before closing time, I went downstairs. I was like, you know what, fuck this. Ripped my number down on a piece of paper, went back upstairs. I saw her leaving because she had her cardigan and her coat. Not her cardigan and her coat. Her cardigan and her bag. So I knew she was ready to leave. I was just like, he's not around. I can't be asked with the altercations. I'm working right now. We are allowed to hit on customers, but we're never allowed to act on it. So I was just like, listen, call me when you get in, or whenever you're ready. It doesn't matter. It's up to you if you want to call me or not. She was just like, okay. When I say he pulled her without looking at me, because he knew he would have fucked up. If he looked at me, like he would have felt like a prat. Like he just grabbed the arm and just pulled her. It's like, and that is so unattractive, because you could see over the course of the night she would kind of lose attraction, but she felt peer pressured into doing it. Like she wanted to talk to me after a while, and what he was doing was he was building rapport with the girl, leaving the girl, talking to someone else, which is what you're really supposed to do in a club. But in his mind, he's like, no. It's kind of like a baby's mentality. Like, you see a guy hitting on a girl that, you know, he was talking to, so you want her because you don't want him to have her. And I was working, so I was just laughing. I found it absolutely hilarious. But yeah, guys, man, don't do this, man. Don't be clingy. Get that confidence up. Talk to people more. Stop being a bitch.
Let's go.